Good morning all. So myself, I am P. Rana Pratap, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Guru Nanak Institution's Technical Campus. So this semester I will teach you Engineering Mechanics. So what is Engineering Mechanics? It is a branch of science which deals with a physical state of a body at rest or of motion. So it is dealing with body at rest or motion. So this Engineering Mechanics comes from some mechanics of structures. So this mechanics of structures are divided into three parts. So that is engineering mechanics, solid mechanics and fluid mechanics. So engineering mechanics. So engineering mechanics is a study of rigid bodies. So what is a rigid body? So rigid body, so which is does not undergo deformation under action of loads. Suppose if we apply the load on the body, so it does not deform. So that is a rigid body. So in engineering mechanics, we are studying about rigid bodies. In solid mechanics, we are studying about deformable bodies. Here, suppose if we apply the loads on the bodies get deformed. So in engineering fluid mechanics, so the study of fluids. So fluids are liquids and gases. So solid mechanics or fluid mechanics you will study in our next semester. So this semester, so I am dealing engineering mechanics. So engineering mechanics is a branch of science which deals with the physical state of a body at rest and motion. So here in engineering mechanics we are studying about rigid bodies. So this rigid body is divided into two parts: at rest condition or at motion condition. So at rest means statics. Statics is a physical state of a body at rest. Next, motion. So motion is a physical state of a body under motion, that is dynamics. So this dynamics is further divided into two. So that is kinetics and kinematics. So engineering mechanics comes from mechanics of structures. In engineering mechanics, we are studying about rigid bodies. So this engineering mechanics is divided into two parts, that is statics and dynamics. So static is physical state of a body at rest and dynamics is physical state of a body at motion. So this motion is divided into kinetics and kinematics. So in kinematics, we are studying about force. So in kinetics, we are studying about force with respect to time and acceleration. So there is a difference between kinetics and kinematics. So next, principles of engineering mechanics. So we have four principles of engineering mechanics. So that will use it to calculate the resultant force and resultant magnitude out of the force. So the forces are principles of engineering mechanics. So we have four principles of engineering mechanics. That one is Newton's laws of motion. And second is Newton's law of gravitation or Newton's gravitational law. And third is parallelogram's law of addition of two forces. And final, fourth is principle of transmissibility. So these four are principles of engineering mechanics: Newton's laws of motion, Newton's gravitational law or Newton's laws of gravitation, and parallelogram's law of addition of forces, and fourth is principle of transmissibility. So in Newton's laws of motion, we have three Newton's laws of motion, that is Newton's first law, Newton's second law and Newton's third law. So what is Newton's first law? So Newton's first law is defined force. So what is the force? The body is rest. Suppose unless some external object or external force is applied on the body, so the body remains rest or does not move. in that original condition. So that is Newton's first law. So what is Newton's second law? So Newton's second law is defined as F equal to ma. So force is directly proportional to angular momentum or product of mass and acceleration due to gravity. So from here the units of mass is kg and units of area is meter per second square. So for mk is, so force units are kg meter per second square, and in SI units, so that is Newton. So here 1 kg equal to 9.81 newtons. So this is conversion from kgs into newtons. Next, third law. So what is Newton's third law? For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So that is Newton's third law. Next, Newton's gravitational law. Suppose two bodies with masses m1 and m2. Suppose this is the line of action of a force. Here I am applying a force. So after applying this force, these two particles are attracted towards each other. So the force induced here is directly proportional to product of their masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between the particles. So here F equal to G into m1 m2 by r square. So here G is a gravitational constant. Next, third. So parallelogram's law of addition of two forces. Suppose if two forces are represents two sides of a parallelogram. Suppose I am drawing here an imaginary lens. So this looks like a parallelogram. Here these two forces are represents two sides of a parallelogram. Then the resultant will be the diagonal passing through point of intersection of those two forces. For calculating R equal to P plus Q. So this is parallelogram's law of addition of forces. If two forces are represent two sides of a parallelogram, then the resultant will be the diagonal and passing through point of intersection of those two forces. And the next last one. So principle of transmissibility of force at a point. So what is principle of transmissibility? Suppose this is a body. So this is line of action of force. The force applied at any point on the line of action, the effect is remains same, or the body does not undergo any movement. Suppose here I am applying force here or applied force here. So here on the line of action, the force applied at any point, the effect is same. The body remains in equilibrium. So that is principle of transmissibility.